reality is that it's a changing county. Lee indicated to you that we have a challenge that the Police and Crime Commissioner and I were discussing yesterday, where both in terms of troubled missing children, certain London councils are dropping them into your area without proper protection plans, and that means that last weekend we had 6 missing children, some of them didn't fully understand where they came from, where their families were, or what the protection plans were. That cannot be right. What we also are experiencing, and you may be aware of, is that also other London councils are now, because of the change in benefit arrangements, are putting some families into cheaper areas, and that would include Thurrock. Some of those families are deeply troubled with social problems, educational problems, welfare problems and crime problems, and we're having to understand that. And what is also happening around some of those pressures is that there is an emerging issue for us around some connections to London gangs, which we need to deal with and which we've identified and we're putting some resource into. But that's not the only type of crime that's changing. There is also a real emphasis for the county. We've taken responsibility as an organisation to say that the history of the way that Essex Police has dealt with domestic abuse was not good enough. We recognise that child sexual exploitation, the way that children are reported missing, are also key areas for us to improve upon. So, together with the Deputy Chief Constable, we've spoken to nearly 1,000 officers, supervisory officers, in the last 4 weeks, not as a talking shop, but to talk to them about how we're going to better protect those vulnerable individuals. What we have also seen is Lee has delivered some very impressive crime statistics, but there are increasing challenges going online. I suspect even within the last month, virtually every one of you has had either the Inland Revenue not writing to you, pretending that you've got a discount, you've had somebody trying to use your bank account or get your passwords. The digital elements of harm, and for any of you who saw the awful documentary about the brutal murder of young Breck last night, this is a very live issue about police and how we remain relevant in the digital age. So at this time I am investing officers in public protection, I am investing officers into domestic abuse and into digital investigations.